What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Are you ready to rumble?
Is that our intro? Are we rolling with that?
No, we'll do a real one.
There's our B-roll footage.
Love the B-roll.
Brett, full spoilers for Titans season 2.
Oh no!
Watch out. What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another episode of TV Talk. We're here to spoil Titan Season 2. A little late, but we're finally getting to it. My name's Luke, and this is Mr. Tyler.
That is me. What's up? What's up?
Hey.
Yeah, late to the party, but it's relevant. There was news for it this week.
We finished it a while back.
Yeah, we did.
But we decided to review it.
Yeah, we kind of did like some short reviews on our pod, but I think it's worthy.
Yeah,
of
we
an
didn't
episode
really
of
get
this.
to do much spoiler talk, which
No.
is where most of the pros and cons really come into
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can say without spoiling this show.
Well, I watched it.
It was good, kind of.
But yeah, Titans on DC Universe.
Soon to be HBO Max. Yes, soon to be HBO Max. Absolutely.
So what did you think, Tyler? Give me all the feels that you got.
There was not much feels involved in it, but no, overall I thought it was a huge step up from season 1. I'm excited for a season 3 that's been confirmed.
This year too, right?
I believe
they get them out really
so.
quick.
Yeah, they rolled through it pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
I agree, kind of, that it was a huge step up. It was a step up. A step up.
Yeah.
But just kind of in the beginning-ish middle portions. The first episode is really 2 episodes, and it's to kind of reset the show.
It's damage control.
The second episode, and then kind of moving forward for a bit, I thought was so good. I was really enjoying it as you're meeting all these other characters. You're seeing what they're up to after all this stuff with Trigon. And kind of giving all the Titans a new identity for what the show is going to be moving forward. But then I felt like at the end they kind of were like, no, we're still trying to be this super serious, broody thing. I don't, super descriptive, but like mainly with like how they treat Gar and Connor.
Yeah. I would agree. Gar is completely mishandled in this show. Outside of his ending cameo of episode 1 of the entire show, Gar has been completely misrepresented, I feel like. I think they can find a way to get back on track with him. But I'm not sure. I feel like that's going to be a lot of their focus in season 3.
Yeah. So should we kind of just go into pros and cons? You want to start with cons?
Yeah, let's start with cons.
Get the negatives out of the way.
Full spoilers.
Yeah.
We're not holding back on this. My biggest issue this season was the switch up of the villain, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I thought that was very poorly handled. Bringing Cadmus in, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let's, that opens the door for a lot of story. They bring in Connor. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. They're just trying to bring Connor in a way that feels natural to the show. Deathstroke's still the villain to me. And then they switch that completely. And it kind of leads into my second con, ending Deathstroke way too fast. Like, Deathstroke shouldn't be done in season 2. Like, he should come back.
He shouldn't be a minor fight in the finale.
The fight was like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he was dead. And then they're like, hey, Cadmus time. And I was like, what? Like, they just moved on. And that kind of goes back to the season 1 thing. They kind of just moved through things that probably deserve a little bit more time. In this case, definitely deserve.
Especially with a character who I really enjoyed through that show.
Yeah.
I loved Izai
Morales.
Izai Morales as Slade Wilson.
I thought he was great.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was really good.
Especially in what is it, like episode 4 or 5, where they just show him killing all these people.
Dude, to the awesome like music, the musical montage. Oh man,
fantastic,
so good.
One of the best parts I thought of the entire season.
Oh yeah.
But then last episode, it's like actually this character is kind of meaningless to this overarching story.
Absolutely.
Even though he has history with all these characters.
Right. And like that's what was so weird to me is like they show that history.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, hey, this is why the Titans are so messed up mentally. This is why none of them want to commit to it again.
Yeah.
And this is why Dick has such a hard time dealing with him being back. And then they're just like, yeah, but Cadmus though, like they're here. Let's do that. And I don't know. It was a strange choice. To switch the villain like that. They should have just stuck with one.
Yeah. That's also kind of one of my cons, was just kind of Cadmus being in there in general.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of more so no reason to involve Connor Kent yet.
No.
And then also I thought Mercy Graves was just the worst.
Yeah.
The worst. She was so annoying. I thought the actress was subpar most of the time.
I don't think she was given much really to do.
It felt like we can allude to Lex Luthor with her. And it just doesn't work.
It felt like a reason to say Lex's name, right?
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I don't know. I think she would have been fine had they given her better content to work with.
I think Mercy Graves and Cadmus would have been good for season 3.
Yep. I think it would have been better than what they're going for.
I think there's no reason to have so many episodes. And this is a problem we ran into all the time with all the CW shows.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 23 episodes and you're just filling time most of the time. And then Titans is 13.
I think this season was 13. That sounds right.
Yeah. And they're doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, just figure out
10,
your story.
8, 9.
Figure out what the villains are going to do. And if it's 8 episodes, don't just add random villain in there to extend it.
And
it's so badly written too. Like, it's just so forced in there.
Yeah, everything with Cadmus is bad. Actually, my next con is Cadmus Beast Boy.
Yes.
That I don't understand.
I'd say just Beast Boy in general.
Yeah, that fits.
Like, and this is Jeff Johns still? How much does he help?
I don't know if he's as involved as we think. His name's on it.
Yep. They clearly do not understand who Garfield Logan is,
right,
what he's about, or even what his powers are. The dude is a shapeshifter, and he's turned into a tiger 10 times to murder people.
Yep.
And he turned into a snake once on accident.
Right.
And him turning into a snake was the best thing he's done in the 2 seasons.
Right.
But
actually, I would say the other good thing he did was in his Doom Patrol episode when he showed his teeth once. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. But then, like, Cadmus just has him hypnotized, and he's out eating people at the state fair. Like,
yeah.
Like, is his entire arc going to be a redemption story about how he
It has to
doesn't
be
want
now.
to murder people?
Has to be now. What else could they do? They've written themselves into a corner with his character, I think.
At this point, if I was a writer on the show, I would write him out of the show.
Or kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, Ryan Parter, you're even good in your role.
Yeah.
I think he's doing good with the crap he's been given.
Yeah, I think he's a good actor.
But you've, at this point, almost done too much damage to this comic character.
Right.
It's bad. It's bad.
Or send him over to Doom Patrol and have Niles do a lobotomy.
Well, I think they're on different Earths.
Well, yeah, with Crisis, yeah, that's true.
I'll have to talk with you about that after. We don't want to.
Yeah,
don't want to ruin that for people.
My other con, killing Donna.
Donna Troy, yeah.
Killing her one, the way she died too.
Yes, both of those. Dawn Granger went to the Prometheus School of Running. And Donna Troy went
man.
to the school of electric school or something. I don't know. I laughed when she died. It's just kind of like, like it's like what?
I was sitting there watching. I was like, wait, for real? Like that's it? That's how she
What?
dies? Like, come on.
Like
At least let her go out in a cool way.
At least she went out being a hero, which is always nice instead of
Getting bested.
yeah. But oh my gosh, it's.
But when I think of Wonder Girl, I don't imagine her dying by a falling light pole.
by a stanchion.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm good to move to pros if you are.
Yeah, me too.
All right. I think this one will cover both of us. Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
Finally, after
Nightwing,
season 1, I
baby.
was like, come on, man. You guys could do so much better with this character.
Yeah.
He has moments. Season 2, I thought he was handled tremendously.
Yeah, and
Brenton Thwaites, man.
yeah, he's really good. And just, I thought it's not the normal Nightwing origin story you're used to. He goes to prison, and I feel like if it was announced before, like, oh, this is a movie about Dick Grayson in prison and he becomes inspired to become Nightwing, most people would be like, what? No.
Yeah,
No. But I liked it.
I did too.
I thought it
I
made
thought
a
it
lot of
worked.
sense. You know, he feels really responsible for all these things that are happening. So he's like, you know what, fine, I'm going to prison.
Yeah.
But then and then his cellmates tell him the story and kind of give him the origin of the Nightwing bird. Sorry, I'm all tangled up with my cords.
I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
Huge fan of it. I also love that like they give him the origin, but they don't give him the name. So I still think with Connor having Clark's memories, I still think they can go, hey, this is what
There was a superhero on Krypton.
Yeah, we called him Nightwing. and I think they can still go that route.
Yeah.
And it not feel weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it would feel weird if Connor was like, you should do this. Like,
That's
you know
probably
what
what they'll do.
Right.
Jeez.
But no.
Also, the suit
Yes. Oh, looks fantastic.
looks so good. He's got the
Arkham.
Eskrima sticks. Like,
It's straight out of the Arkham game.
yeah,
It's so
looks
awesome.
super good.
Speaking of suits, Deathstroke's suit.
Yeah.
Costume design in general for this show is good.
Mm-hmm.
I've been very impressed.
Except for Garfield,
Well,
who does not have a costume,
he wears a jacket
or he's buck naked.
or he's naked. That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, his Deathstroke's outfit was awesome, and it was nice because it wasn't just a copy of the
Arrow
one
suit.
from Justice League or Arrow.
Yeah.
It was another
was-
version.
It was very I want to say it's the new 52 run suit where
Okay.
it has like the chainmail down
Mhm.
the chest. I really liked it. It was
Mhm.
kind of slim too. Like he didn't
Mhm.
look bulky like he does on Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like he could actually move.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was awesome. And Dick's suit is awesome.
Yeah.
All of them. But Deathstroke as a whole, I liked how he was handled. I enjoyed
For until the end.
until the end. Yeah, we're gonna act like that didn't happen. I'm gonna act like that didn't happen in my mind. So when he shows up in season 5, they're like, "How's he alive?" Like, oh, we never disposed of the body.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I really enjoyed, like you kind of mentioned earlier, Isai Morales and his portrayal of the character. When they casted him, I was like, they casted a dude from like the CBS cop shows. What? But then like he nails it. Like he commands his first scene, he like commands the screen. You're like, oh, okay. Yep, I'm on board. The voice was good in the mask, like all of it. I was very happy with it. And
Mhm.
having Billy Wintergreen there too, I thought was cool. It
Yeah.
was used well.
What'd you think of Jericho?
Jericho was, I think, of all the new characters they brought on, I think he was my favorite.
I think he was I don't know if he was my favorite, but he's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Cello Man, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed his character. I didn't actually know too much about his powers.
Me either.
So when that gets revealed, I was like, what? Like, that is insane.
The only thing I knew was that he couldn't talk.
Yeah.
That was literally the only thing I knew about
Yeah.
Jericho. So I was like, what are they going to do with this guy?
Yeah.
And then like they're at the campfire and he, like, because you kind of see it before, but the campfire scene specifically, you're like,
When he takes over Hawk's body, yeah.
I was
Fantastic.
like, what?
Uh-huh.
It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I like when he does it too at Titan's Tower.
Yeah.
He takes Hawk and Hawk's like dancing and singing around the room.
Yeah.
It's great.
We kind of mentioned it before, but in the first episode, it's kind of a reset.
Mm-hmm.
And just the tone of this show up until a point is just so much better.
Oh yeah,
They're joking with each other, they're laughing, they're having a good time.
they smile.
yeah, they're eating pizza.
Yeah. They're being teenagers.
Yeah,
except for Dick, obviously.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
I
smiled a lot in episodes like 2.5 through probably seven-ish, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that was like the sweet spot. Like I was like, okay, yeah, they got it. They kind of struggle to stick the landing, which we saw with season 1 as well. I think they'll figure it out.
Yeah. So season 3, let's speculate a bit.
Before we move to season 3, Jason Todd, Curran Walters, good job.
Yeah.
Season 2. I was a huge doubter of Curran Walters, and he has done nothing but surprise me. He's been really good, and I thought like he actually had to be emotional in this season, and I thought he was really, really good.
Yeah, watching him kind of deal with almost dying,
and then having like some PTSD type stuff.
He did a really good job. Yeah, and
then having a hard time, like he wants to love, but really feels like he can't. And I was like, man, this is good. Let's do this. Let's do more of this.
Yeah.
And so season 3, that kind of leads into season 3 because he's off to the side. Like he's still very much a part of things, but he is definitely going to do his own thing. I think he dies. I think he dies at the end of season 3.
Okay. How much do you think the Blackfire plot is going to be involved?
Oh man.
So I feel like still, I mean, we didn't really talk about her much because honestly, I don't think there's much to say.
She didn't have much.
She's still honestly just sidelined. What they give her is fine.
Yeah. And Anna Diop's good.
Yeah.
No slander to her name at all. She's really good with what she's given.
I'm wondering if it's going to be continuing to just kind of be a subplot throughout until
they have a big enough budget to do it.
Yeah.
We didn't even mention Ian Glenn as Bruce Wayne.
That's true. I hope he's back.
He was awesome. Ian Glenn was great. I was really worried at the beginning.
Dick Grayson's interpretation of Bruce Wayne.
So awesome. That's all we need to say about it.
But so that kind of goes into my prediction for season 3 because there's the episode where they all meet at the diner in Elko.
Yep. With the weird commercials.
I cannot believe I remember that. But
I liked that scene.
Bruce Wayne, when he talks to all of them at the end, he's like, I wasn't ever in Elko.
Yeah.
So who brought all these people to Elko? So my prediction is that Miss Martian was getting everybody together, but she's afraid of showing herself because
she doesn't want people
Martian.
She doesn't want people to step out against her. I think that's a safe.
It is a very safe answer.
It's a safe bet because this show is called Titans. Very much a Young Justice kind of live action.
It's an adult Young Justice.
Yeah. I think it could have been Blackfire.
Okay.
Because at the end we see her turn from that normal lady. They use the
ear goo.
Yeah, and she can kind of like transmorph. If I wanted to be real crazy, I'd say it's Clayface.
What?
But it's definitely not. I don't know. I love Starfire, the character, like from the comic books. I think she's super interesting. I think there's a lot of story you can tell. I think going Blackfire this early on is
interesting.
I don't know if it's the right choice.
Yeah, just kind of keep working it throughout the story.
Have her show up 2 or 3 times next season and just kind of cause problems for Coriander. Don't make this the main. And I think they've already announced that this will be the main conflict is her and Blackfire. But like she's not ready to be the queen of her planet. Yeah,
just make sure it's not. Like I want it to be worthwhile that the story that they're implementing. I don't want to just be here's Deathstroke, here's Cadmus. Like work it into the story. Just don't kind of shoehorn it in because like, oh well, Starfire's and Nemesis is her sister, so
they have to fight.
Yes.
Yeah. No, they need to. And I mean, you bring up Cadmus again, and whether you love or hated the Cadmus stuff, they need to continue that story into season 3. That needs to be fleshed out because
did Mercy die?
I think so. I don't know. Isn't Mercy like a robot though?
In Young Justice, she was.
Yeah.
Or she at least had a mechanical
Well, this is
arm.
Young Justice, man. This is a Young Justice show.
But I mean, she had a wife and a kid. They're like driving them to school, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta go to work." Like, I don't got you good guys.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know.
she's a clone.
There you go.
Mercy's a clone.
It makes sense with Cadmus, but no, I think you have Superboy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to tell that story now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got a little bit, but you have to kind of explain how he's going to get from crazy off the walls dude to being able to control himself.
Mm-hmm.
Surely Cadmus is a part of that.
Yeah.
Um,
Obviously, there's Gar's ridiculous storyline.
they got to do something about it. They either need to, like you said, write him off, or they need to start redeeming him immediately.
Yeah.
Maybe time will pass. Like a good chunk of time can pass between seasons, and maybe that's where they'll kind of explain away some.
And they've all grown up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe they can explain away some of what.
And they've
Gar's
learned
going
how to
through.
use a little bit of their powers.
So
Like, Raven knows how to do stuff now. Starfire knows how to do stuff now.
yeah, when Raven figures it out, she's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I do like the girl who plays her,
Mhm.
but she was kind of pointless this season too.
Mhm.
So season 3 predictions. What we know, Roy Harper.
Exists, at least. He's gotten a text.
Rumor is he's been cast
Mhm.
right now. Oracle is rumored to join. I imagine she'll be a voice on the phone. Lex Luthor is rumored. Not surprised by that at all. I don't know who it'll be, but with Cadmus and everything, where will Roy fit in all of this? That's what I don't know. Because if they just keep adding, they're gonna have like 12 characters.
Mhm.
I mean, Jason could be rolling out.
Yeah. I'm guessing Jason will be kind of sidelined.
Gar will be because he's Gar. Raven's out for a little bit at the beginning, at least, because she goes to Themyscira.
Yeah.
Well, Donna's gone. She'll be back.
My season 3 prediction is that Cassie is added to the mix.
I hope
to
so.
replace Donna.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
I'd be on board.
And then obviously Miss Martian. I think she's the one who.
I think she'll get teased by the end of
Yeah.
the season. I don't know that she'll join the fold, but what would you feel? How would you feel if they brought in Colton Haynes to play Roy?
I would be fine with it.
I'd be
enjoyed
fine
his
with
Red Arrow,
him, yeah.
but also like
I want him to cast somebody new.
yeah, I cast somebody new.
Quickly, cast somebody in 4 seconds.
Emily Blunt.
Oh, jeez. Karen Monahan.
I didn't have enough time to actually think of somebody. You can't what do you think I'm gonna say? Like,
But no, I'm excited for season 3.
yeah,
Hopefully they have an HBO Max budget too to kind of
that'd
help
be
with
nice.
that.
Yeah. Rating or recommendation?
Fanboy worthy.
Yeah.
I think if you like DC Comics, you'll like this show. I think you'll hate some things, but you'll like it for the most part.
It might annoy you a bit, but for the most part, you will be you will get enjoyment out of it.
You will smile because you'll see Dick Grayson in the Nightwing suit, and you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, this finally happened!"
Yep.
And it's a long overdue.
Yep.
And you get to see Ian Glenn, of Game of Thrones fame, dance on a showgirl stage, and it is awesome.
It was pretty great. In the meantime, check out other stuff. We have live shows on YouTube. We have the podcast feed. You can find all of our links and socials at whatthefanboy.com. We'll see you around. See you, everybody.
So yeah.